Hi everybody, this is the introduction to week 4 of the class, and of course the big news this week is that we're starting the second learning module, and as you know, the deliverable for the second learning module will be your research and writing project, the paper which will be due at the end of the class on June 24th. We're going to break up this project into three main elements, one week of the remaining three taking up for one of these elements. And this week we're going to work on the project proposal. The majority of the second week will work on the annotated bibliography, and then for the remainder of the class we'll work on the writing and revising of the actual paper. The big difference between the first and the second module, as you probably know, is that this time I will not be assigning any readings, but rather I will ask you to identify and research a topic of interest related to the area of technical and scientific communication or professional writing broadly defined. And so the readings will come from you. The ideas for the readings and discussions will come from you. The ideas for the writing will come from you. Now, I would like you to explore this topic, to use this project to explore the topic of professional writing broadly defined. Even if your goals do not include technical and scientific communication as such, I'd like you to look at writing, the way it functions in professional settings broadly, and explore that topic and research that topic. I've posted some ideas for some areas of investigation for you in the description of the second learning module, but also other ideas will be welcome as well. So the task for this week is to come up with a topic, with an issue for investigation and writing, which is not only interesting to you personally, but is also relevant to the class and relevant to the field of professional writing. And tonight's assignment, which is due tonight at midnight, is designed to help you begin doing that. I will ask you by tonight to post a discussion forum entry discussing briefly one or two, maybe three possible topics that might be of interest for you, to you and to the rest of us as well, which you may want to develop further into a research project for yourself. By Wednesday, I will ask you to write a draft of a project proposal. And with that end in mind, I've posted a sample proposal that I wrote for an article recently with my comments on it, so you could kind of see where proposals go, how they work, and I will provide some additional guidance for that by Wednesday. By Friday, we'll start working on the annotated bibliography for the project, and then by next week, we'll complete the bibliography and begin working on the actual writing of the paper. So, for the research for this project, what I would encourage you to do is to look at more recent literature than we have looked at during the first module. Some of you have said correctly that during the first module we read things that are kind of old. Some of them were 20 years old. Those are the classics of our field, and they gave us a really good foundation of what the field is about, as evidenced in your paper, in your first paper. For the second module, for the second research project, I'd like you to look at more recent literature. Journal articles, book chapters, web materials perhaps that are more recent, maybe published in the last 5 to 10 years, that will give you a more updated version of what our field is like, what the practice and theory of professional writing is like now in the 21st century. But again, those classic articles that you read during the first 3 weeks of class should have provided you with a good foundation from which you would begin your research. In addition to this, I'd like to mention that I will be reading your first paper today and tomorrow and grading it. And these grades, as well as my comments, will become available today and tomorrow on Blackboard. And I'm hoping to give you comments again via a screencast like I did for the first draft of the paper. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. The schedule for this week is on the calendar. Please start by reading the description of the second learning module, which is under the learning modules section. Read the description of the deliverable, and let's get started on the second project, the second half of the semester. Thank you all very much, and let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day. Bye-bye.